SmackDown from October 31st, 2008. 2008.
Halloween ski. Yes. What a year. I was, I was like, probably like, what was I, 16? I mean, you were like 17.
I was
Tony
not watch. No.
Tony was like 72.
No. Come on, Johnny.
Tony was
give me
celebrating
a
his 54th birthday in 2008.
I was old, but not that old.
I was not
Sorry, I
watching
apologize.
WWE at this time.
I just don't see why not.
And I'm very glad that I was AFK because this was a show in 2008.
Well, I mean, you know, this is a Halloween episode. This is on Halloween. And they, yeah.
Yep, that's about all I had going for it. So SmackDown started off here. We had some spider webs on the SmackDown logo. They went all out, as you can see here. They announced that they have a casket match tonight with The Undertaker. We don't know who it's going to be against yet, but we do know there is a casket match tonight with The Undertaker.
Which is, you would think they would have made like what a way to make the casket match mean fucking nothing. Just, there's a casket match going on tonight. It's spooky.
I agree with you. Actually, they not only kind of just threw this in here, they made sure you knew it was a casket match by adding creaky casket noises the entire night. Like
Aleister Black's entrance.
Yeah, it's exactly. Oh, yeah, they did change this, didn't they?
They did, which is.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, that thing was hot.
I don't hate his new one though, but it's not the old one.
Oh yeah, the old one was crazy. I remember when we were at NXT and he came out and he had the live band. That was really dope.
Hell yeah!
But then they came to the main roster. Oh my!
Oh my god! It's a casket.
Oh, that's how you know Undertaker. That's how he actually announced it. Undertaker announces his casket match. He just gets on the mic, grabs the mic, and goes. Oh. So we start off with a Big Show promo, and he's backstage and he's coughing and sweating. It looks like he just ate a bunch of hot sauce. He just needed a drink. He was going kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro,
on
he
this.
just gobbled down a glizzy real quick.
Damn, your mom lets you have 2 hot dogs? So Big Show is he's mad because what was it? The Undertaker that used an illegal submission at the last pay-per-view. It was an illegal submission. Was it the Dragon Sleeper? Is that what he used?
I was thinking it was the Hell's Gate.
Yeah,
I thought it was Hell's Gate, but it might be the Dragon Sleeper. He was doing Dragon Sleeper around this time too, though, right?
Yeah, but I have a memory of Vicky banning the Hell's Gate at one point.
I think he was more so using Hell's Gate at this point.
Okay.
So you're probably right.
Yeah.
Big Show makes sure to show off that his neck does hurt by softly caressing his neck for the entire promo.
Preparing to give himself a choke slam the entire time.
I mean, he does this the entire night, dude. Like, he never stops, like, softly, like...
Damn, my neck, man. Look at my neck.
It's crazy how bad it hurts. Oh, yeah, that feels kind of good.
And he wanted revenge on the dead man. Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, something's wrong with this fucking guy. So Vicky Guerrero is the general manager of SmackDown at this time. She is also with a neck brace and in a wheelchair. So there you go with all hurts. That. Everyone's neck hurts on this show. I take a break for a little bit here. Vicky Guerrero is backstage, and so is Chavo Guerrero.
Oh shit!
Yes, Vicky, of course, is going to use Chavo for something. We just have to figure out what it is. Vicky says Undertaker's brain will explode in the casket tonight. I have no fucking clue what she thinks a casket match is, but it's not that.
She said like he was gonna stop breathing and then his head was gonna blow up, and then she just like she started laughing maniacally, and it was like I don't know, like she also kept looking to the side as if she was reading this all the whole time.
No, she was trying to, I think she had something there to remember all the fucking words they put in there. They were putting in hey, expeditiously the brain will explode inside the indubious casket. Oh my God, what's going on here? The casket is a bomb.
Yeah, seriously, like it's I don't know. It's just her trying to put on like a spooky Goosebumps voice, I guess.
So Vicky, of course, has to make someone face Undertaker, and she says, "Tonight, Undertaker, you will face Chavo Guerrero."
And he's standing there looking like What the fuck? He doesn't say anything, and he just slowly backs away.
Yeah,
it's
he
the
leaves.
greatest face ever. He's like this sad Chama face, and they use it on the promo package later when they show like the graphic, and he's just so sad.
They did do that.
Ooh, Chavo.
So Vicky has completely lost her mind at this point. Of course, this is probably what this is probably setting up for is our favorite storyline where Vicky has lost control of SmackDown, and the only man that can bring it back to its promised age is Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is here. I can't believe it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Time to shake things up again.
They do that
every DPW episode. Every DPW episode, James comes out and says, "We're gonna shake things up again."
Yeah, at the end of the show, you guys are calling the show, and then I come out and say, "It's time to shake things up."
You should do it every time you lose.
I agree. That's actually really good.
You got to reformat the company every time you lose.
Every time I lose, I go backstage and sit in my chair to inject a lethal dose of poison in this company.
On the back of the chair, it just says James.
It's just my legal name on the back of the chair.
Jizzy Diz.
So we start off this show here, and whoo, baby. So I have heard this SmackDown intro about 2 times in my entire life, and it sucks.
Dude, this is shit. We were talking shit about the ECW one. I don't know, man. This one's fucking brutal.
This is the worst SmackDown intro ever, maybe. Is there any SmackDown worse than this?
I don't think so. I mean, we can do that in the theme seg one day. Talk about all the SmackDown themes because
we should.
But yeah,
this song has every buzzword that you could ever want for any wrestling. Don't count me out. I will stand up strong. You're going down. It is so shitty.
It is bad. You're right.
It sucks because the actual visuals of this intro are really good. It's cool. But God,
yeah,
it's got Kozlov. It's got Kozlov on it.
Yeah, the intro here with this and ECW just last year, man, they had a string of just horrible songs. Like the ECW one was bad too.
Was the Raw theme at the time the Papa Roach one too?
I think so. That
I
one's
just
okay.
wanna be loved.
That's okay. That's fine.
And compared to those, that one's fantastic.
Yeah, compared to those, it's like a whole different level. Like, that's there, and this is over here.
Fuck.
Sheesh. So we get into the show, and they pan to the crowd to show the costumes as they usually do on these Halloween shows. The costumes just aren't the same anymore.
No, there was at least some attempt, like more than I expected, but it was still.
I think there were plants. In the crowd, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
There's one later that the Khali part is definitely yes, but
the only one that I noticed and recognized was Where's Waldo. I saw that one.
They had a Waldo guy, Winnie the Pooh guy, Michael Jackson guy, and they had a Rey Mysterio guy.
Yeah, it was Chris Danker.
That motherfucker, I just saw a post about that too.
He actually had it the whole time. He was lying.
Where did all the horror slasher icon outfits go? Maybe those were just popular when we were growing up. I don't know.
I don't know, man. 2008 was all super PG WWE, so everything was cute. And
they filmed it on Tuesday, right? And then it aired on a Friday. So
yeah, I think it was taped. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that's why.
Best costumes were the ring announcers or the commentators.
Oh, they were. They absolutely were. Taz and JR are sitting there hanging out. And they're like, "Welcome to SmackDown."
I love America. I'm a sailor. I'm not the Marshmallow Man.
Taz and JR stand up. Taz goes, "Stand." So they stand up, and Taz is dressed as Tony from SmackDown vs. Raw, and Jim Ross is dressed up as a seaman.
And they both salute, and this is what they wear for the whole show. JR in his little sailor hat, the whole show.
Taz roasts him the whole show, too. He calls him the Cracker Jack Man a few different times, I'm pretty sure.
You better stop calling me a cracker, Tash. I'll fuck you up.
So the first match of the evening is John Morrison and The Miz versus Primo and Carlito. Primo and Carlito are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions currently.
Yes.
Wow.
Matching gear. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. And I know they're related and I knew they teamed, but for some reason I just completely blanked this out in my memory.
Yeah. John Morrison had his abs bedazzled at this point.
I think that was the first time he did it too, because I think he did it for Halloween and then they just kept it.
Yeah, because they had said on commentary, they're like, what is that? They never found the answer.
Yeah, why is there jizz on his tongue?
Last time we watched these dudes, they were facing each other on ECW. This was last Halloween. This Halloween, they're teaming together, Morrison and Miz.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. They were on ECW having a very average match, and oh wow, look at that.
The two guys having average matches are now having average matches together. Was the
ECW initiative thing still going on at this time? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So they were
because they
still
mentioned
on ECW.
Oh yeah, they did mention it, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned it a little later in the evening when they talked about the main event. I think is what it was, or it's a 6-man tag or something like that.
SmackDown also had Raw guys on it too, right? There was Raw guys.
They were done with the split. Oh yeah, they were like just.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was definitely getting towards the time where SmackDown became a Raw recap show.
Yes, absolutely. They did nothing on this whole show. It was just hanging out, hanging out on Halloween, just chilling, vibing. They say during this match that on Raw, there's going to be DX versus Miz and Morrison. They say it's a special 3-hour Raw. And I said, thank God that we are not fucking watching that.
I'm pretty sure I said that out loud when I
was like, God damn, that sounds horrible.
I saw that and I immediately texted Tony and I said no.
Hey, it's not my fault, okay?
Good thinking. Primo and Carlito came out with the SmackDown tag titles, and damn, dude, WWE took really good care of these belts. I don't know if they just switched them out every once in a while, because WWE used to have a track record of just tossing the fucking things around. I remember, like, especially back in the Attitude Era, like,
oh yeah,
people would just toss the belt into the ground. No one cared about anything like that. So a lot of the belt makers used to get super pissed at them for it.
Even though I'm pretty sure even before this, they had, TV belts and house show belts.
Yeah.
But
oh, really? Okay.
The TV belts even then would still get fucked. You know what I mean?
What was the deal back then? I think TNA lost a belt deal altogether because of the way they treated their belts. I think the guy said, I'm not fucking fixing these belts no more, man.
It was one TNA title with the things coming off the top. There were like these spike things coming off the top. What was that? The one that Kurt Angle had? Kurt Angle had one.
It was the TNA. It was the TNA World Championship. Like the eagle arms came off the eagle wings came off.
Yeah, it came off the top, and then they always would break off.
That's why they got the new one. That's why they got the Bobby Roode version. Yeah, because
that sounds about right. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it is. Also, seeing Primo here reminded me of Epico and Primo, and it reminded me that they actually had, they had rebooted that team 100 times, but that timeshare gimmick that they had was actually really good, and they never did anything.
Like 1 week, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do anything with that.
They had I remember they had 1 week with him. Like, damn, this is actually kind of good. And like Epico, because they rebooted them on 2016 SmackDown, where they came in with just jeans on, and they were just like, they were just yeah. I forgot what their gimmick was. It was pretty much just like, we are good wrestlers. That was their gimmick. 2016 SmackDown had a lot
brothers.
of that. Yeah, we are the good wrestlers. But then they came back and they had a timeshare gimmick, and that was actually really fucking creative, I thought. And I had a lot. I was like, damn, there's a lot of good stuff they do with this. And then they just never did anything.
Yeah, they definitely their whole gimmick was we want to take you on a nice vacation. They could have did some dastardly shit with that.
I thought they were. I thought they were gonna really fuck some dudes over with that or something, But
didn't they hand out pamphlets and stuff?
Yeah. How fucking great if their gimmick was that it would have to be a slow build, but they send people away on people they just wanted to go away for a while. So let's say Big Show would need to lose some weight. Let's go on a nice vacation, Big Show.
That would be actually. You know what? Stop fucking listening to this show because we're doing.
You know
that.
what? Yeah, you guys need to mind your business.
Yeah,
actually.
I don't know what you're looking at or why you're watching this, but stop because that's ours.
Knock it off.
That's how you write every character off television ever. You just send them on
exactly, and that's ours now. And now
that's
no
ours, and if you take
it,
yeah, we're not gonna be happy. That's for true.
Fuck you.
We're gonna do nothing but get upset.
Yeah, we're just gonna be sad. Never let you live it down. JR in this match is crazy, bro. He is fired up for this just tag match on SmackDown, and it's crazy to compare JR from this point to any day ever in AEW. It's completely night.
Oh my
and
god,
day.
yeah, it's totally different.
He puts over everything.
Honestly, I think he was just probably in a good mood because him and Taz were in goofy outfits, and they were like, fuck it, let's just go.
Maybe, actually. I think they were having a good time. It seemed like it anyways.
Yeah.
They definitely had a lot more natural connection than Taz and Tenay did. Taz and Tenay wanted to kill each other every time they got on the damn mic.
Yeah, which is weird because I feel like I like Taz in WWE and I like him in AEW, but for some reason I don't remember fondly looking back at any of his TNA stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't huge on it either. He's fucking really good in AEW, but
he's great in AEW.
Tenay and Taz used to like literally just fight each other every episode, and it wasn't even like an in-character thing. They were just shooting on each other. Just like Taz is like, you don't actually know anything, Professor. And he's like, well, Taz, we're trying to fucking do this show. And he's like, well, you know what? That is a suplex that I know about because I did it.
I invented that.
And he said, all right, well, here's the tail of the tape for this match that we had to fucking call. All right, well, if I was in the ring right now.
Maybe Tenay snubbed him for a WCW job or something.
Maybe. And he's just held on to that forever. Never let it go. Sheesh. Carlito and Primo are actually, to be honest with you, this match went long, and then Carlito and Primo were on the upside for the entire match. Like literally, it was just them.
That's
doing
how
moves.
I knew they were losing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They were fucking whoop. They were getting their asses, they were whooping too much ass, and I was like, oh, this is non-title, so this is WWE. The heels win.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. At one point, they went
I knew it the moment they promoted DX match the entire time during this.
Oh yeah, there's no way
that's the only thing they talked about.
That's true. Yeah.
They went for a tag team move at one point that reminded me of the old WWE Games default tag move. I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
Oh, is it the drop toe hold elbow drop?
Dude, he did it was like almost crazy how similar the drop toe hold looked to the game. Like you could have told me they pulled it from here, and like I would have been like, yes, you are correct.
Did they do I think they did the double hip toss too. Was that what? Was that?
I think they did. Yeah,
I think they did that. Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is where they got the animations from.
They did the drop toe hold, but he did a headbutt. I'm like, damn. I was like, in my head, in my head, he already did the elbow drop. That's crazy.
Me too. I swear, I was the same thing.
Well, I'm glad they didn't do that because I don't want anyone to remember that move because I'm going to use it. The drop toe hold into the elbow drop, double hip tosses.
Oh. I guess we can talk about this real quick, by the way. The Russian leg sweep debacle.
Yeah.
That was started last week. So if you didn't listen last week, well, what the fuck's your problem? Why didn't you listen last week? Why you don't like us? You don't want to listen to the show? You don't
we did just tell them to fuck off and go away.
That's true. Well, that's true. They need to mind their business as well. That's
fair.
Well,
fuck off and then come back later. Yeah, there you go.
So James discovered in what game was it? SVR?
WWE 13.
WWE 13 that there's a move that happens that JR calls the side Russian leg sweep, right?
He calls it the Russian leg sweep. It's the move where you grab them by the leg with both hands and you push them down, and then you do a move to their leg. Like you sweep their leg out from underneath them and then grab their leg.
So we got real fucked up in the head and we're like, this doesn't make sense. Is side Russian leg sweep and Russian leg sweep two different things? Because JR, it seems as James was playing this game that it was programmed for him to say Russian leg sweep for this move every single time. So the Deadlockites tried their best to try to find some info. Chris Hero actually chimed in and said that there's no difference. Big Deadlockite. Chris Hero. He said there's no difference and that they're one and the same, the Russian leg sweep and the side Russian leg sweep.
Which makes sense. I think that makes sense.
Sure. I wish we could figure out why that happened in the game then.
I know, it's like going to be lost in time. We'll never be able to figure that out.
And what the name of that move actually is.
I think it's called the stump puller leg snap. I think is what it was actually called.
I think it's women's special slap.
Dude, they had so many fucking names that were just so indubiously wrong in those games. It was crazy.
But that's what I know them as now. For most, like, there's a lot of them that like are just like that's what I like. Like in SmackDown 2, the like Undertaker would do this choke pin, and it was called the Dark Side Pin, and I just know that as the Dark Side Pin.
That's what it is now, baby.
That's a
All
cool
it
name,
takes
though.
is renaming it. I could start doing that fucking move from WWE 13, and I'll start calling it the Russian leg sweep, and then like that's what it's called now. So like
That's true.
fuck, we
They were
could
also-
break the system completely.
I think for DPW commentary, I'm just gonna rename moves.
You should. You have complete control over what things are called.
That's pretty
Just go
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a lot of power.
I mean, that's kind of like how like the Falcon Arrow became like the deal. I mean, it's still the Falcon Arrow, but you know,
You did the deal.
I hear the yeah.
Absolutely.
There's also one funny one that because sometimes they were like, you know, someone would leave the company, so they would rename the move. So I think it was Chuck Palumbo had a move called the Forget About It. I'm gonna forget. So he leaves the company, and then the next year they rename the move. Remember that?
That's better than what they. That's better than what they did at Jericho. He did the code breaker, then he left the company. Now anytime anybody does the code breaker, they go, "Oh, the knees. He had the knees."
You know, the knees.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true.
So back to John Morrison and The Miz versus Primo and Carlito. JR said at one point during this match, Miz and Morrison remind me of Rude and Perfect. And then he immediately, without even waiting a second, goes, well, maybe actually not. They don't actually remind me of Rude and Perfect, but they could. They could eventually remind me of them.
John Morrison reminds me of Rick Rude is Perfect. The Miz is here as well.
The Miz with his hat and his pants and his fucking face and his shirt
his fucking face, yeah.
And his finisher, which is
Fuck
a
outta
knee
here.
into a neck breaker, just a regular neck breaker.
God, the Miz sucked.
He was not good at this time. no.
Why did he suck so bad?
2016 was peak Miz. That was his like definitive run. This was not.
Yeah.
This here was not. So there you go. Carlito at one point tries to hit a springboard senton coming into the ring, and I thought he about died. He came in and like,
oh my God,
spiked his neck into the ground. That was about to be real bad.
I don't know what happened there. Yeah, he was fucked.
He recovered though, so that's good. Morrison then hits Carlito with a Morrison's on the outside and Carlito's about to springboard and he grabs him and he knocks him backwards. Then Miz hits the fucking knee neck breaker. What's he call that? What's that?
Was that the Wizard of Oz?
I think that's the Wizard of Oz.
All right, well, he hits the worst move in wrestling history.
What did JR call? He called like the something knee. There was something running knee. He was naming like another wrestler, and I'm like, that is not.
What the fuck is that?
That's a Russian leg sweep.
Well, Miz hit him with the. Oh fuck, man, I miss Rick Rude.
Fuck, why are we not watching Mr. Perfect get rude?
The Perfect Plex.
What is the reality check? Oh no, that's what it was called. The reality check. Is that right?
What's the
Wizard of Oz is the swinging reverse DDT. So I think the reality check was the running knee with the neck breaker.
Oh, you're right. All right,
there we go. That's right. YouTube comments, motherfuckers.
Yeah, forget about it.
Okay, so
What's the Wizard? Did we talk about the Wizard of Oz? What is that?
That's he would like turn a DDT. It would like a DDT, and then he would turn it into a reverse DDT.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Just moves.
Yes.
So they all suck. They all suck.
Sucks ass.
Just
Yeah.
moves. This match was also non-title, and they just beat the tag champs just straight up.
Yeah.
They tried to play it like Morrison cheated, but all he did was just knock Carlito off a move that he could easily. It's not illegal to knock.
It was
him off
it was really legal. It was
actually
legal.
incredibly legal for him to do that. Well, at least they tried to
Bastard.
save it. That's what JR did. He was super into it. He's like, I can't believe it. Like, what you not believe? You didn't
Dirty cheat.
This ain't no make believe.
So they show a little image. Tony talked about a little earlier. They showed the casket match image with Scared Chavo PNG, which was pretty funny.
That's the greatest face ever.
My favorite part, though, was that Undertaker's PNG, his head was cut off because they didn't resize the render correctly.
I forgot.
It was. There was like a purple line at the top of it. Yeah.
I posted on Twitter and nobody caught that. And I was like, damn, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
They must have just went to like PSD Dreams or something to get Taker's
I just popped it off real quick, so this will do. So after that little image, we get a backstage segment with Festus and Jesse and the Masked Magician and Maria.
What the fuck is
Do you
going on
remember this
here,
show?
man?
Did you guys ever watch this show?
Oh my
Masked
god,
Magician?
dude! I remember this show. Yes, I do. Because I thought this dude was spooky as fuck. And I was like, damn, this would be a cool wrestler. But yeah, they had this wasn't UPN. It was UPN renamed. What the fuck?
My Network TV.
Yeah. So they had, I guess this was on after SmackDown, this magician dude. And his gimmick was he revealed all of Magic's secrets. So
that's like that's the same gimmick they did. They did the thing with... They did the same thing with wrestling, though, right? With they revealed, it's like the same company, I think, produced the wrestling one.
What is that with his company?
All the secrets.
This guy just breaks kayfabe, but he's in a mask, so he kayfabed who he was, so no one would find out until the final episode where he revealed he was a dude.
Yeah, we don't fucking know who this guy is. Like, take the mask, put the mask back on. We knew you more then.
So Jesse and Festus are in this room, and the magician guy with his creepy mask are in the room, and Maria is in there, and they got a box, and Maria gets into the box, and she's very happy. So they lock the box up, and he starts twisting the top box, which is separated from the bottom layer, and her head twists around in the thing. And Jesse and Festus are staring at it. Jesse and Festus, of course, well, Festus at least, has just something wrong with this fucking guy. I don't know how to describe this.
Yeah, what was the gimmick? The gimmick was that he turned into a monster based on like a noise or something, right? And then you make the
ring
again.
Bell.
Yeah, and then he would turn back into whatever this is supposed to be.
It's such a weird...
Which was later explained when he joined the Straight Edge Society that he was on drugs.
That's actually a good idea, and I'm okay.
That was really good. So he was fucked up on like meth or
Jesse
something.
was drugging this fucking guy. It sucks. So he keeps doing the spot where he turns Maria's head around in this box. Then he opens up the middle one and it shows that her body's all twisted. And like nobody sells anything. No one's reacting because it's Jesse.
Festus didn't even move. He just is like,
He's drooling.
His mouth is wide open. They cut like right close up of his face. Just
What a way to promote this fucking show.
He's bored out of his mind. This fucking sucks.
Jesse looks at Festus like, look, oh my God. And Festus is like,
Jesse goes, you better twist her back or whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah. Well, okay, so did Festus want to have sex with Maria? Is that what the gimmick was here?
No, Jesse did. But
if Jesse wanted to have sex with Maria, then why was he trying to tell Festus?
Well, Jesse just wasn't man enough, so he had his big drugged up friend to fuck Maria for him.
Oh my God. He was a
living
cuck?
out a fantasy. Yes. Jesse was an OG cuck. That's why he had to force this man, this larger, burly man that he drugged up to do his bidding.
He wants Festus to fuck my wife.
Honestly, we should look back on all the Jesse and Festus history because I think Jesse's a fucked up dude.
Jesse just straight up every single night he would drug him up real nice and then he cut the middle of his hair out on his head. Like, yeah. Turns out like he's actually a really good looking dude. Just a fucking handsome guy. He had a good job before.
Jesse's a manipulative fuck.
Jesse's one of those guys that go on Facebook after high school and try to sell you on pyramid schemes, and he got Festus with it.
Sign up 10 of your friends. I'm sure this will work.
That's how it goes. He warns them. He warns them to untwist Maria or Festus would be all over him. So he did it, and Festus was like,
Festus didn't move. Mouth agape the entire time.
I'm sure. I mean, this didn't make you want to watch this Masked Magician show, James?
Fuck this guy and fuck Dr. Death.
Honestly, now I think about it, maybe Dr. Death was on the right side. Maybe fuck Jesse.
Yeah, that's actually right. Maybe it was never fuck Dr. Death.
Yeah, it was fuck Jesse time.
Jesse's a big piece of shit if I've ever seen him.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with this
fuck
dude?
would want to watch
this poor guy.
I saw this show actually.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a PG show.
I watched this show.
This is a PG show.
The only UPN thing I ever really fucked with was like Judge Joe Brown or...
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but like not... I don't even know what this is. I know Chris Angel Mindfreak.
I watched it. It was on like one of the... I think it was on... they put it on Netflix or something one time, and I watched it on there.
You watched what?
Basically...
Does he talk?
This Masked Magician show.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely watched the show. No, there was like a voiceover. Dude.
Yeah, and he tells you how all the secrets work. Mostly all the tricks were just like, oh, they just cut the camera away or did like a weird camera trick. That's how all of them work.
So this guy
the whole
killed
show was
his
him
business
doing
forever.
It was
Yeah, it was.
the whole show was him doing spots and then just explaining how he did the spot.
What a fucking mark, bro.
Yeah, fuck Jesse.
Yeah, fuck you, Jesse.
Everyone is whole fucking
Piece
segment.
of shit.
Just fuck off. I can't believe it. This is crazy. Festus made it out.
He drugged him up and shaved the fucking dude's head every night. Biggest piece of shit if I've ever seen one.
He did it every night.
Because he actually had a big, thick ass piece of hair out there too. And Jesse said that can't
Yeah,
work.
he had a thick piece of something. That's why Jesse had him around.
He literally strapped him in a chair, drugged him up, shaved his head, and let him go.
I want you to fuck
Piece of
my
shit.
wife.
Stupid man, Jesse says, fuck my wife.
Stupid Jesse Festus.
Fuck. What was Maria doing here too? I don't like the
Getting
whole
twisted,
thing was,
bro.
Yeah, but like, why was she
He was
acting
getting
sexy in the
twisted.
box? What was going on with that? She was trying to look all sexy in the box. What the fuck is going on here? It made it like
It's a
100 times
custom,
more
bro.
awkward.
Maria Custom? Oh, shit.
Maria's doing customs, bro, with the
Jesse and
mask, dude.
Festus, Jesse
And
and
the
Festus
weird
paid
dudes in the
$100. $100 for Maria.
Maria and Mass Magician Customs? Oh, shit.
Jesse ran a customs wrestling fed, and Festus was the model that he drugged to wrestle the girls.
And shaved his head. That was the customs. Could you please shave this guy's head?
fucked up.
Maybe it's never been fucked, Dr. Death.
Yeah, honestly, it might be super fucked. It might be pressing charges on Jesse.
Lock Jesse up and throw away the fucking key. Never
Maybe
let
the
him see
real
the
hero
daylight
is
ever
Dr.
again.
Death. Good God.
Yeah, honestly, maybe Dr. Death was onto something, you know? Fuck Jesse and his dad.
Oh, man.
I feel bad for Festus now. Damn, dude.
fuck you, Jesse. Dr. Death was cool.
Fuck Jesse. Oh, what a bitch.
Oh,
So the next actual match we get is John
Oh,
Wayne.
yeah, there's more.
John Wayne Yang.
John Wayne Yang. Taz got that one right, thankfully. It wasn't
Versus-
just John Yang Wayne.
Holy shit.
Call him whatever you want.
Call
him
him
whatever you
anyways,
want.
Jimmy Wang Yang. John Wayne Yang versus the Brian Kendrick with
Dude,
Ezekiel Jackson.
Brian, like, I feel like if Brian Kendrick was around now, like doing this and had a heater like Zeke, he would easily be WWE champion.
He was WWE
yeah,
champion.
technically, at one point he was.
I wish that was counted, but
Yeah, me too. So John Wayne Yang comes out. He says, "Howdy, I'm John Wayne Yang, and remember, I'm your boy, Pilgrims."
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you,
Jimmy is the greatest Halloween wrestler of all time.
I'm
Yeah,
Go on
honestly,
Wayne
WWE's
Yang.
network. If you go to WWEnetwork.com and look up Halloween, it'll list like shows and everything. They have a wrestler section, and he's the only one listed.
That's
Really?
awesome.
Wayne Yang.
He did one
Yeah.
every year. It seemed like he just really liked doing it.
Yeah.
You
He was on
know,
the ECW episode. He was on this. Man, he's
you know,
everywhere.
Jimmy Yang has a party bus.
Yeah, the redneck party bus or something.
That's like his his gimmick now. Like I don't know.
I guess it's not.
like
I
his
guess he
shoot.
shut it down
That's
this
like
year.
a shoot thing.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
I
probably.
just looked at his Facebook and that is not the case.
It's not shut
It is
down?
it is not shut down. No, it's
Wow.
not shut down as of fucking a week ago. Actually,
Wow,
No.
that's actually crazy. All right, well, what about John
Yeah,
Wayne
so-
Yang? It's a different guy.
John Wayne Yang is he's a good guy.
Pilgrims. This whole segment reminded me of the Family Guy segment. Or, it was Family Guy, where they did the improv thing with Peter and them. He's like, I'm John Wayne Gacy at the first Thanksgiving. Pilgrims.
That's absolutely what this was.
So Ezekiel Jackson is out here with the Brian Kendrick, and he's big as hell, and he's wearing some fucking crazy clothes. He's looking beefed.
He looked like a Def Jam boss.
He did. Wow, that's actually a good way of explaining what he looked like here. Okay, fuck, I did write it down. This is where JR says it. So JR says, I feel like Popeye. And then he says, look at these. And he goes, spinach. And Taz goes, it's actually getting hard. What the hell?
Look at your cock, brother.
It's actually getting hard.
That's hard, but
And Tony was right. It cuts the mic and he goes, it's actually getting hard. What the heck?
they cut the mic. I swear they do.
You talking about my fucking...
Speaking of, Brian
like
Kendrick. Speaking of, Brian Kendrick is out here with his fucking huge hog.
Dude, he's the tiniest, whiteiest.
Oh my god, bro! Like, I can't believe that wasn't like his gimmick. Like, no one backstage is like, bro, what the fuck is this?
If he had like a foot more of height and not a foot more of a cock, Vince would have been all over him.
Dude, in TNA with when he was running the gimmick with where he left the gimmick where he was namasteing behind and he moved on to the fucking white trunks, bro. This fucking hog was just all over that show. This dude was, oh my god, wow. I was surprised no one.
Jesse.
He's gonna do a custom with Brian Kendrick. That's just holy shit. But yeah, Jimmy or John, whatever you want to call him, and Brian Kendrick
whatever you want.
are both fantastic. Oh man, they are a bright spot on this show. And this match
this is fun as hell.
This match was mostly Jimmy shining and just Brian Kendrick trying to get heat with Ezekiel Jackson, and it fucking worked. It actually was a coherent match.
Jimmy deserves so much, dude. Making the Jimmy Wang Yang thing work, and then like his work rate, and he was so good.
How do you fucking fire that guy?
I don't know. He did everything he had ever asked of, and he fucking excelled. I don't know.
Like, I imagine Vince just pitching that character, like, yeah, you're gonna be a cowboy, and then he's like, all right, let's make it work.
Put some fucking boots on.
I'm sure he pitched it, bro. He loves that redneck shit. He is a redneck.
Yeah, he's got a party bus.
That's literally his gimmick. But Ezekiel Jackson gets heat for Kendrick most of this match, which was pretty cool. And goddamn, that dude, just seeing him in the ring, like maybe it's just because Jimmy and Brian are a little smaller.
Yeah,
but dude, he looked huge. Like he was, like he looked bigger than when he had his big Zeke run later on. He looked.
Well, yeah, he is fucking huge here, but I feel like he like even again like when you stacked him up against like Sheamus, he looked fucking big as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing I remember from this guy was SmackDown versus Raw. It was always Vladimir Kozlov and Big Zeke, and they were I swear to God, it was 20 years in a row. It was Big Zeke and Vladimir Kozlov.
That you don't remember Zeke for his run in the Core?
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember the Core because the only person who ever owned a Core shirt, Tubby.
Tubby.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I was waiting for it.
WWE games that we go to, he'd wear the Core T-shirt. Oh,
the Core is here. Yeah, sheesh.
I think because the Core wasn't. I think it's time to appoint Tubby as the official leader of the Core.
There is no leader in the Core. Remember?
Yeah,
there's no leader in the Core. They're all.
Oh yeah.
They're all a collective.
Taking it back. He's taking it back.
Tubby's starting the Core too, and there is absolutely a leader, and it's him. So welcome to the new age.
And everyone wears neck braces.
Okay, well that actually fucking rules, and this team's gonna be awesome. And they're all cucks, and they all are stupid and on drugs.
It's controlled by Tubby.
And they all do customs. And don't steal that because we'll come find you. And
Tubby has a custom ring.
Holy shit, that's incredible. So back to the match here. Jimmy, he's got some cool spots. He's got his moonsault gimmick that he does out of the corner that always looks good. It's like the same one Cody likes to hit too, like off the cage.
Yeah.
The standing moonsault thing, right?
Yeah, but he runs up the turnbuckle, and he it's like a
it looks sick. Yeah.
He hits a cross body at one point in this match that looked just like Suzume from TJPW, which was pretty funny. Kendrick goes for sliced bread at one point, and Jimmy ends up reversing it and hitting that moonsault out of the corner. And then as he's about to win off that moonsault, Big Zeke pulls Kendrick out of the match like just a doll. He just pulls this dude. Yeah, just rips him out of the ring.
Yanks him.
And the match gets thrown out. That doesn't fucking matter though, because Big Zeke said, "I'm gonna whoop your ass." So he gets in the ring and hits Jimmy with a one-arm Uranagi that just
Dude, that
was
thing
nice.
looks so crazy.
It actually looked better here than I remember it looking ever. I don't know. I was just super big on him here. I think he just looked fantastic.
I think Jimmy Yang also ragdolled himself for that fucking move because it looked crazy.
Oh, my favorite part was that Kendrick told Big Zeke to go attack him, and then after they're finished, like as he's knocked out, he goes, "All right, time to hit sliced bread."
I love that he called his sliced bread the Kendrick. That was awesome.
His gimmick was just his name. Yeah, that kind of ruled. He was really into himself and his hog.
Me too.
So Great Khali and Funaki are backstage. Great Khali's walking around. He's just saying words that no one knows what he's saying. And then Funaki runs up, and he's dressed up as Kung Fu Naki. And you would think that maybe this is for Halloween, but it is not for Halloween because he is just Kung Fu Naki all the time.
This is what you get forever now. Fuck you.
That is his gimmick now. I'm sure Vince laughed really hard at that and said that is good. Kung Fu Naki asks if Great Khali can teach him the art of seduction. Great Khali looks to the side for a second, looks back, and he says, "Size matters, bitch."
Like,
that's all I can think of. That's all I can think of was a Scott Steiner promo from WCW. Size matters, bitch.
True.
He told Great Funaki he ain't got that Brian Kendrick hog. You gotta back up.
They did that specifically so they could show Kung Fu Nagi.
I mean, Vince fucking loved this guy. I mean, fucking Kung Fu Naki go crazy. Gotta get him on TV somehow. Great Khali has a kiss segment next. He actually ran this for years.
Dude.
God, I remember this being going on forever.
Dude, this segment felt like it went on for years. This shit went forever. This fucking thing. What the fuck?
This was like a Vicky Guerrero thing, and that was like, I'm sure that played into why Vince showed up to turn things around and shake things up.
I guess this is
she was on TV watching it. She was backstage watching it later on, and she's like, "Oh, hi, this is funny. I like it."
It sucks. Like it's just a camera. They have Ranjan Singh saying, it's time for the Khali kiss cam. We want to see you kissing in the crowd, and we'll pick a kisser to kiss the Great Khali. So they showed the camera. They panned to random people in the crowd. Dudes kissing their moms and stuff. Just weird stuff. And then they go to this one chick who's dressed up as a witch. And they're like, that's who we got. We want this one. So they call her into the ring, and they spend fucking an hour teasing this spot where Great Khali does not want to kiss this girl because she looks like a gross witch with shit all over her face and like warts and stuff. And Khali just, I don't know why they gave this so much time. I don't know if it was an accident.
It's such a weird, it's like this setup for a payoff that really sucked. And it was like, so she gets in the ring and she's like, "Oh, what's your name? Beatrix or something like that?"
My name is
what the
bitch.
fuck kind of name is
Bitch the witch.
So then the thing was, she goes, "Okay, you can kiss the great Khali," and then he's like, "Oh, that's really impressive makeup." Blah blah. And then they kiss, and then she's like, "Ooh, I want another kiss." And then they're like, "Okay, you can have another kiss, a French kiss,
With
if you
tongue,
take off the
yeah.
mask. You can take off that mask." And she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this isn't a mask." And he's like, "Oh, those warts are real." And it was like the
Whoa!
dumbest. Yeah, it was the most ski well moment of all time.
Yeah, fucking well, you don't know what it meant.
Ranjan Singh should have just went ski well.
It would have made the segment.
And then they
Khali
kiss again.
just goes, "No, I'm not going to. No." And then he does, and then he almost pukes or something. And then Vicky Guerrero is backstage watching.
Yeah, she
this
says hee hee ha ha,
and
yeah.
laughing. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah."
They could have easily saved this segment by having them kiss and then Khali grabbing her head and squishing it like a pumpkin.
Bro, literally last Halloween, he was in the Monster Mash Battle Royale squishing his head like a grape. What the fuck happened in a year's time that he's now doing this? And he never recovered from this. He just kept this forever.
You know, I'm starting to think this Rajan Singh guy might be a little suspicious. Was he drugging the Great Khali?
Holy shit, Great Khali costumes?
This is fucked up Jesse Rajan Singh ring.
It's a whole fucking ring of customs. Dude, Great Khali, I thought there was an angle here. Like, Great Khali got poisoned or something at the end, and now he's fucking someone's gonna have it. But no, it's just, it was really
Like this
nasty.
is
and
like
he didn't
this
wanna
kind
do
of
it.
thing. This kind of thing would be like a good live event thing, like, oh, the Kiss Cam thing, and like you do a live event, but not on a SmackDown,
During commercials
not a
or
big
something,
segment.
yeah.
Like,
He should have gave her the Great Khali chop to the head.
Hell yeah, karate chopped the piss out of her.
He should have squished her head. Yeah, that would have been sick.
Khali chop and then squish her head.
Start fucking shooting on her.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, yeah, the segment would have been much better if he murdered her.
Beat the fuck out of her. That's a great Khali I'm trying to see, bro. Squish some heads, beat the fuck out of your karate chops. Yeah.
Yeah.
What early SBR was it where he was a super heavyweight and like, because that motherfucker was like impossible to face.
That was 07, I think, right?
That shit ruled. That was awesome.
But I think also in 09, was it 09? I think it was. There was like a challenge to do where you had to beat Great Khali on super legend difficulty as Mickey James.
That kind of rules too. I like shit like that.
Yeah, me too.
So we have a 6-man tag. Mark Henry comes out with Tony Atlas with a button-up shirt with no sleeves. I'm not sure what the angle was here at this point, but okay. They were still trying. Last year, Mark Henry was the silverback gorilla. This year, he is with Tony Atlas with no sleeves, who likes feet. So I'm not too sure what's happening here. So at the beginning of this match, MVP comes out and there's something that pops up on the screen. It's called a Hurrah-Pop. It's a little circle that comes up with Shane Helms on it. And he says, MVP, let's try something new this week. Try winning.
Yeah. They did this for a while. I don't remember what the payoff for it was, though. If there was one. Was it just to get the Hurricane, like Shane Helms on Gregory Helms on TV? What the fuck was his name?
Shane Helms, is that it?
Was he Shane or was he Gregory here?
Sugar Shane Helms. Oh, shit, I don't know. I actually don't know. Yeah. I just always called him Sugar Shane Helms. I don't know. I don't know his fucking shoot thing or whatever.
Fair enough.
But MVP gets his whole gimmick here. He gets the blow up entrance, and he gets the pyro and everything.
He makes his entrance, and I'm like, holy fuck, how was this guy not like sent to the moon with this gimmick? This shit rules. This whole presentation is awesome. He looks like a star.
Him and Matt Hardy play basketball.
Yeah, they also ate food.
Cool, man. That rules. Get more pyro.
Yes, sweet.
Matt and Jeff come out. Matt is the ECW champion at this point. Nobody cares. And he comes out and he immediately just moves out of the way and points at Jeff because Jeff is so astronomically over at this point. It's insane.
And they come out to Jeff Hardy's music also, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
He was too over, man. He was like really like the only person on the show that got a pop like that was Jeff Hardy. That's it. Nobody else did.
Did he win the belt the next year or had he won the belt this year? Does he win the belt in December of this year?
I don't really remember the run. I mean, I remember the run, but I don't remember the timing of the run, so I'm not too sure.
Okay.
You could convince me, yes, because goddamn, he was. I mean, people.
He's over as fuck. Yeah, absolutely. He's the most over guy in this match.
I mean, even like Rey Mysterio comes out and like Jeff was just on a different level than Rey.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
Was nuts. Rey Mysterio is not coming out the ground anymore, which fucking sucks. When Rey stopped coming out the ground, it kind of sucked, to be honest.
That's when you stopped watching?
Literally, like, I just assumed he always came out of the ground. I came back watching. Why the fuck ain't he coming out of the ground no more, bro?
Get back down there, man.
Yeah, come on, that shit ruled. Who's that jumping out the sky? What the hell? He just went to jump. Yeah, whatever. But these 6-man tag matches on SmackDown would last for the next 5 years or so. They'd run this exact formula for at least till 2012 or 2013 when they tried to change things up for the first time.
Yeah,
bro.
I got
like flashbacks of like got like PTSD attacks. I was like, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to fucking think about this. These 6-man tag.
Dude, I don't even know how many segs this went, but it felt like a 3-seg match. This shit went on forever, and it like, what did it do? It didn't do it. It didn't accomplish shit. It was just dudes wrestling.
Yeah, it never got anyone more over. Like, and there's ways to run 6-man. They did it all the time in the Attitude Era, where like they would run intertwined stories, and you'd actually get something
just
come out of it.
Incorporate stories into one. Just put on like heel that's feuding with somebody, and heel that's feuding with somebody, and heel that's feuding with somebody against all the faces they're feuding with,
and just and let them do let them do singles matches in the match, and then move on. Yeah.
And even if these guys are feuding, which I couldn't tell if they were or not, but if they are, this didn't do anything because they just had a match.
Yep.
You know, like the SBR, was it 2011? You know, before you walk in the ring at one of the Road to WrestleManias, there was like a board with your name written on it, and that's the match I have tonight. That's how it felt here. They just wrote all these names on a board. All right, you guys are wrestling. All right, sweet. All right, let's go.
Who we got on the roster?
What did they keep mentioning? The incentive bonus? I don't remember this. What is that? The incentive bonus?
So MVP has so he needs to win one more match. If he wins one more match, he gets a huge incentive bonus because
of his contract. Yeah.
He lives a lavish lifestyle.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Incentive bonus where he lives. Apparently, MVP spends more money than he makes, so he needs this incentive bonus because he lives a lavish lifestyle.
I think it had to do with his he had like the most lucrative WWE contract at the time. That was his gimmick. So,
but he can't get it until he wins a match.
Right. He had incentive bonuses. If he wins, he gets even more money, even on top of all the money he was already making.
So you could assume that he's never going to win for like a year, right? Yeah.
A Cinnabon bonus would have been cool too.
I thought it said Incini bonus. I said, damn, what the fuck is that?
Well, I think it was Taz. Yo, brother, he got the Incini bonus coming on.
We got those in Red Hook, brother.
Cinnabon and then Taz, oh, Cinnabon. I love Cinnabon.
Oh. All right, if MVP wins this, we're going to have Cinnabons tonight. That's fucking our rules.
And then Hurricane pops up, Cinnabon.
And then Fest goes,
I too have buns. What's up with that?
Holy shit. All right, so after the 6-man where Jeff Hardy pins MVP with a Swanton Bomb, MVP does not get his incentive bonus. It doesn't get any
Cinnabon.
He's not incinerated.
They're not going for Cinnabon.
He's not incinerated tonight. We get the Kizzarni promo. He is going to be debuting soon, maybe.
These Swizzlers are swallowing these.
Zizog my Dizog.
Wizard the Dizzle with that.
Jizzy Dizzy.
That's exactly what his gimmick was.
Yeah, he just spoke Carney, but speaking Carney is just adding E's in the middle of words. I feel like it was a lot more complicated than that.
Dude, we talked about it before, the Power Rangers episode with the clown at the carnival.
Yeah.
How much better would it have been if this gimmick was just that, where you turn people into cardboard?
That would have been sweet if he did. This gimmick would have been great if he did anything other than these promos, one match, and then he was fired.
Yeah, I don't know what their hiring was like back then, because
that happened a lot in this era.
It did.
There was a lot of they did 3, 4, 5 weeks of promo hype, and then they'd have a match, and then you'd never see these guys ever again.
They did it for Kizzarni. They did it to Mordecai.
Yeah,
and they did it
to
Vade something. Helsling? Something like that?
Something like that.
I remember that. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
They did just promos. He never even had a match.
Yeah. I don't know what their deal was with this, because usually WWE is pretty stringent about how they kind of bring people in. Their onboarding is pretty fucking crazy. So I don't know, how do you let this guy come in and then just fucking fire him? You can put him on heat or something, or
yeah, they spend 8 weeks building. Kizzarni legitimately has 8 weeks of promos, I think, and has a match, and then he's gone.
I think this gimmick could have been cool. I think that carnivals inherently are pretty, they can maybe it's just because there's so much going on all the time. It's really easy to feel uneasy. And I feel like that's good heel gimmick to run with.
Yeah.
And
how is Evil Doink the only successful heel clown gimmick?
Literally just watch that episode of Power Rangers. That fucking guy was not even he wasn't a super bad guy. He was just a fucking uneasy, weird, just fucking clown.
Yeah. Well, it's hard.
Turn people into cardboard. So,
I'm saying it's hard to do anything with Kizzarni if you give him 1 week on TV and then that's it.
It's impossible. Yeah, you can't do anything.
I don't know how do you even judge a person off of one match on TV? I don't know.
I mean, I've done that before. There was this guy, Matt Seidel. I saw him fuck up his shooting star press, and he sucks forever in his whole career.
Dude, waited for 13 fucking years to see that guy. I kept hearing about how good he was. The first fucking time I seen him, he does that? Are you kidding me?
Bitch.
You might be right, actually.
Dude, first off, we have to at least try this type of character, right? We have to at least try. I think we have to at least try that type of character. I feel like that we could find someone talented enough to pull that off, honestly.
Yeah, Jizzy Dizzy.
Tubby Emo.
Tubby Emo could do it?
I think so.
He actually, everyone that's in the core also works
I think the core should be clowns.
Yeah, everyone works at the carnival. I'm down with that. Fuck.
Yeah.
We also have to have
Down
a
with the clown.
pachinko monster. Actually, we're just gonna make the
Oh,
monsters of the
shit.
day from Power Rangers and turn them into wrestlers. That's actually a fucking
I like
fantastic
that.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that works.
Dude,
We can just
Power
make
Rangers is just wrestling, really, when you think about it.
it. Really, truly
Yeah.
is. I mean, they rely on the same trope stuff,
Yeah.
and like it
Yeah.
is just like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just create a big pachinko monster. There was a big a big pumpkin monster once, and like yeah, we just figured this out. You know what I mean?
I'm with it. Mind your business.
So after that, we get Vladimir Kozlov. All right.
Yeah, he all right. Yeah, that's true. That's pretty fucking true.
I always love Kozlov's theme song. Bring your stupid bull.
Yeah, Pringles in a bowl. Dun, dun, dun. Shit was great.
Holy shit.
Shit was awesome. Dude, I was a sucker for this shit. I thought Kozlov was awesome, even though he like was kind of lumpy and he just had white gear. He looked like shit.
Until Triple H buries him in a minute.
Yeah,
the
man.
Hurt Pop comes up, and as Kozlov is cutting this promo, Shane Helms just makes some really weird faces.
Yeah, thanks,
This
Shane.
this shit, he couldn't have done this and been like, yeah, and you know what? I think it more so comes as like a, we need you to record
good.
this. I need you, muy good.
So yeah, Kozlov comes out here. He wants to be the WWE champion, which is, imagine that.
So
Imagine
everybody else.
Kozlov getting that title. Yeah. Triple H comes out and calls him Boris because, you know, Triple H is hilarious.
God, he was
Says,
really fucking just holding the belt till John Cena came back at this point, huh?
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
It didn't even
This
seem
is-
like he wanted to be there or hold the belt. He just kind of hanging out. Him and Sean are doing like a reunion over on Raw. They're just hanging out. He's like, I guess I'll be champion now.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll work with this guy, I guess.
Yeah. Triple H makes Rocky references here. He says if Kozlov wants the title shot, take it up with Vicky Guerrero, and then they get nose to nose, and Kozlov leaves because he's, I don't know why the fuck did he leave? Why didn't he whoop Triple H's ass here?
You can't look good over Triple H. You kidding me? Vlad said, I want to fight you, Triple H. Triple H said, I'll fucking fight you. And he said, you know what? Never mind. I actually didn't want to fight you in the first place. I'm not here."
Yeah, like what the fuck, man? Why?
You ever seen Rocky
Triple
before?
H.
All right, well, here's the synopsis of Rocky 1 through 4 real quick for you, big man.
Yeah, but the Russian looked cool as fucking Rocky though. He whooped Rocky's ass.
Yeah, but when he said the American kicked the crap out of Russia, the crowd's like, oh yeah, fuck Russia.
USA.
Fuck
Yeah,
all
that's
y'all.
true. USA.
Yeah, this was
USA.
definitely like Goo Goo Gaga baby hour for Triple H. Like, he's just literally like hanging out with these dudes. You know, he's just like, whatever, man. Like, this guy is just going to
Yeah.
be the guy, and then we'll just move on and we'll give the title back to John
whatever
Cena.
and cool.
I thought
speaking-
I thought Miz and Morrison were going to come out or something because they had the match on Raw, but apparently they don't give a shit about that. And they
Oh
just
yeah,
moved on
that's just
from that.
never. That's right. Why didn't
That's
There's
Raw.
so
This
many
is
things that should have
SmackDown,
happened
bro.
here.
It's all good.
no one
I
can
don't
beat up
know.
Triple H? I guess no compromise
Yeah.
positions for Triple H.
Like what they should have done is have Kozlov beat up Triple H, and then Miz and Morrison comes out and does some stupid shit. Or
Kozlov
Miz and
beat up
Morrison
Triple
distracts-
H.
You think 3 jabrones are gonna beat up Triple H? Nah.
all right, they
well,
could have
right.
distracted Triple H, and then Kozlov could have done his skull crushing thing.
Triple H would have grabbed the mic as they're beating him up and start talking about Rocky. You ever seen Rocky 5?
He
You
would've
stupid
called-
bitch.
He would have
And
been
then they all
calling them
would've walked
marks. Yeah.
Holy shit. So John Cena is returning at Survivor Series.
Whoa.
Dan Cena, which is his brother, has
shit.
the craziest Boston accent I ever heard in my entire life.
It's the accent that Cena tries to do when he's in Boston for shows.
Oh, you're absolutely. They should just have him come in and cut the promo for him because it's
They should
actually
just do the
insane.
voiceover.
Because everyone in Cena's whole family has a normal accent, and then Dan's just like he never
Yeah.
left like the central part of Boston ever in his entire life. So the promo plays as John Cena. Since the day John Cena was born, he has been the greatest at every single thing that he has ever done ever. Football, wrestling in the backyard, jobs, women.
He's the man.
Name it, John Cena's done it. He's the fucking man, and no one can stop him. And Triple H, in 2 weeks of Survivor Series, your ass is mine. And then Triple H said, yeah, but you ain't never seen Rocky 3, because in Rocky 3, he comes back. And
seeing John Cena doing backyard stuff just continues to prove to me that all the best wrestlers were backyard wrestlers.
That is true.
John Cena is the greatest ever that's ever been born, ever.
That's true.
We have a
this whole hype promo was the John Cena Right Now music video. Remember that? Where it's just him and his brothers wrestling and stuff.
You're talking about Dan Cena.
Hanging out.
That's my guy.
Where's fabulous John Cena, his dad?
Didn't his dad start a promotion after John Cena became a wrestler and then just
his dad got involved in wrestling after Cena got involved, and he just used John Cena as his name as well.
That got a rule. That's the most carny shit ever.
Yeah, that's awesome.
During this promo, also they had the ECW WWE head-to-head theme song playing. Remember that? We watched that on the pod.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did watch that.
That song was in this John Cena promo.
That show was much better than this one.
This show is great. We talk about it. It's almost as good as Rocky 2. Now let me tell you about that. We cut to the 6 Diva costume tag team match. Back to something that's Halloween. Look at that.
Yeah.
Shit. Here we go. 6 people tag matches. Let's keep them coming. We have Bunny Maria, Cleopatra, Brie Bella, and right wing Michelle McCool. I don't know what this was. We had
Michelle McCool.
We had them facing off against Cop Natalia, French maid Maurice, and Banana Victoria.
Dude, this was just Maurice's regular gear. This is bullshit. She just wears this all the time.
JR said Maurice could clean his double wide anytime.
And then they did another Hurrah Pop for this one, and Shane Helms gets on the screen and says, "Oh, my cock is hard."
Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm glad that you said that because I wrote the same fucking thing.
Wow, boner time. Cool, thank you, Shane.
The erection of perfection, Shane Helms.
No, that's Mark Jindrak. Don't you take that from Mark Jindrak.
My cock is very hard. Cool, Shane.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
They did it. They specifically made a little thing for Shane Helms to come on the screen and say, "I'm gonna come on the screen."
I am coming now.
PP hard.
Not respectfully at all.
Thank you.
I think Victoria dressed up as a banana every year for like 4 years in a row. She's a real banana
That
fan.
shit rules.
Yeah. So Brie ends up going. Okay, so they were doing twin magic at the time here between Brie and Nikki.
Yes.
I was confused at first. I'm like, why the fuck isn't Nikki out here? And I was like, oh, because they're doing twin magic. So Brie goes under the ring. Nikki comes out. She looks way different than Brie. You got to be fucking blind to not be able to see.
They don't look anything alike at this point. Yeah.
So Nikki comes out from underneath the ring. They did twin magic just to make a hot tag to Michelle McCool. What?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, that sucked. That sucked.
It didn't. The tides didn't turn. Like, she didn't contribute to the
she came in the match, did a front roll, and then tagged in Michelle McCool. What the
fuck? And then Michelle got the comeback, and then Maria tagged in and did a cross body on a banana, and 1, 2, 3, Victoria lost to a cross body from Maria.
Bro, Maria tagged herself in on the center of the apron. Everyone is confused. Taz, JR, the referee. The referee's just like, whatever, get the fucking ring, do the spot, whatever, get this match over with. The fuck is going on?
Tully Blanchard was rolling in his grave.
Tully Blanchard's fucking throwing up gang signs. He's fucking, what you talking about, bro? Dude, I was just like so confused because they always call, like, they go to get the pin and the ref starts to call it like a shoot. Her shoulders went down. Well, why didn't you call that like a shoot? Why did you wait until
he was over it? He was like this. He realized how shitty the twin magic spot was. Like, oh my god, let's get out of here.
Twin magic to do a roll and then tag. What the fuck? At least Zebrahead started playing, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Next week we have R-Truth versus Shelton Benjamin for the U.S. title.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
which, but dude, wow.
Honestly sounds kind of awesome.
I wrote down, and this sounds way better than whatever we're doing here. The 2008, it's R-Truth versus Shelton Benjamin for the U.S. title. We are now in 2020, and I feel like they just stayed here forever.
Yeah.
That's actually insane to think about. They just stayed around here forever. And at least Shelton went off and did some cool shit with Suzuki-gun, but like, they just kind of hung
somehow
around here.
R-Truth was the one that got closest to getting the WWE title.
Yeah, he had a good run with the capital punishment stuff too, and then they just said, never mind. What was that? You could have ran with him forever.
He should have absolutely beat Cena for the belt, at least for a month. Come on, give the guy the fucking run.
Hey, R-Truth
but Shelton never got anything, even close to anything.
That's why he just left. That's why he left, and then he said, "I'm gonna go do other stuff." And that's when he got really fucking good. When he left and he came back, he got. That's where he found like who he was as a wrestler. Like he got really good. I think right now you could push him to the fucking moon, and like he'd be the best dude on the show. But that's probably not going to happen because for whatever reason, they don't want to push him any further than where he's at. So that's just how it be and how it is.
Shelton must have did some dirty shit to Vince at one point because that man just never even, he's not tried it since. He gave him, like early in his career, he gave him that win over Triple H and then it's never been the same.
Yeah, he probably just said hey to Vince backstage one time and he said, you know what? That's it. That's it. You're done.
Who the fuck?
What up, dude? Remember when Titus grabbed Vince's arm that one time? He buried him for like ever.
He suspended him.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
He suspended him for 30 days for touching him.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Like, what the hell?
That's fucking crazy. I'm going to do that in DPW.
You grab my arm, I'll fucking kill you live on television.
Fans are going to try to shake my hand and I'm going to ban them from the building.
30 days. You actually can't come anywhere near this building. Survivor Series is sponsored by SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, which is way better than the fucking 2008 one we got last year.
They're very, very much fucking better than it. God, that game sucks.
Then we move on to the main event, which is Undertaker and Chavo Guerrero casket match.
Chavo!
Yes. Good old Chavo, the New Legacy Inc. going live message for 20 years running.
Every time I start the podcast, I go live. Chavo.
It's like clockwork.
Yeah.
Chavo Guerrero comes out with his he's got the whole gimmick on. He actually has his Halloween outfit from 2000.
Chavo wearing his Halloween outfit we just talked about a couple weeks ago.
How awesome of him to keep up with the times.
Well, it's a Halloween show. He just kept his Halloween outfit on.
Chavo comes out with his Pokemon battle theme song, and he's ready to lose to The Undertaker tonight. Yes. Justin Roberts is announcing he's dressed up as Blackula.
Blackula? I feel like that's the first time I saw him on the whole show, at least in my mind.
I actually wrote, I'm just now realizing that Justin Roberts is dressed up as Blackula.
Yeah. He dressed up for nothing.
So we have, let's see,
dressed
at this point.
As Blackula.
Blackula. So I look at the clock at this point.
Fuck.
I look at the clock. I'm like, there's 20 minutes left in the show. They're going to do this Chavo and Undertaker match for 20 minutes. I'm like, how in the world is Undertaker is he going to look weak against Chavo? Spoiler alert, he does not look weak against Chavo. There's 20 minutes left in this show. Well, the Druids have to have an entrance. The Undertaker has to have an entrance.
The Cody entrance, yeah.
The Big Show has an entrance. And then we got a commercial.
AEW, the Cody entrance, Taz, and JR. This was AEW.
JR. Dude, I don't know what it is. I feel like every single show we watch, somehow, one way or another, Big Show gets involved in the fucking main event. Every goddamn time. Well, just every fucking time. It just, he hits, he comes out, rubbing his fucking neck.
Watching his throat the entire time.
My neck hurts, guys. Still hurts.
Yeah. This feels kind of good.
Can you tell my neck hurts? I'm holding it. Can you tell? Can you guys tell my neck hurts?
The Druids have an interest. Take us into Big Show commercial break. We're down to 10 minutes. I said, this makes more sense.
Oh, yeah, they did go to a commercial break. Big Show comes out, commercial break. What the hell?
Hey, just a quick sidebar. Tony was not lying. They are doing a Big Show Christmas special.
I would hope he's not lying. That's a good thing.
Listen, I don't know. I feel like
that's a watch.
I feel like we're gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, that's a watch.
As long as he clutches his throat on that episode.
Yeah, that's gonna start. Yeah, man, it's that time of year again.
It's the Halloween 2008 edition of the Christmas special.
So this match finally kicks off, and Taker just starts beating the piss out of Chavo. He's punching him. It pans over to Big Show caressing his throat. It cuts back. Taker's punching. It cuts back to Big Show caressing his throat. It cuts back to Taker doing punches.
They tease the casket spot. Big Show's on the stage. Taker bows up to him. Big Show just doesn't do anything.
There's a camera in the casket.
That's kind of cool.
It was extra.
It wasn't centered. If it was centered a little better, and
It
maybe
was cool until it was just Chavo's face right.
It's a good idea in
camera.
theory. Yeah, the ending sequence where Taker closes Chavo in it, they cut to the camera and you just see Undertaker's like armpit.
They were trying new stuff, all right?
So we get towards the end of this match. There was another hurrah pop. He pops up on the screen and says, "My cock is still so hard right now."
He says, "My dick is stiffer than the dead man."
The hurrah pop was just him taking Blue Chew and going, "My cock is increasingly hard." Then that would have been like way better. It's the hurrah pop showing up. He's like, "My cock is so erect right now," and then it cuts to Big Show and he's caressing his neck. He's like, "Oh my god."
My
What's
cock.
the deal with his cock?
Oh my god.
Bow, 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 bow.
All right, so Big Show ends up interfering in this match.
Dick is hard.
Hurricane is still hard. 30 minutes straight.
He's in the casket.
Through a commercial.
His boner pops up the lid.
Hurricane does a running out the casket. I thought the Undertaker was going to be in the casket. My favorite part about this.
I did too. Well, at the beginning, because they did this whole thing at the start where Chavo's like, "I'm not opening that casket." I thought fucking Undertaker was in it. He's not in it at all.
And then they cut his fucking entrance and it's even slower. And I'm just like, maybe that's where I just like, I can't, like, at this point, I'm so over this fucking entrance. I'm so over it. I just can't even deal with it. I mean, even live in person
brutal.
at this point, I'm just fucking like, please just start getting the ring.
I'm getting
God
popcorn.
damn. This is fucked. But Big Show interferes in this match. He gets into the mix a little bit, starts throwing punches with the Taker man. Taker sends him outside on top of the casket, and Big Show starts freaking out. You know, "Oh my god, it's a casket."
Yeah, what was that? Like because was it the sound of the casket or him just hitting the casket? Like it super freaked out Big Show. Is like
at some point, Big Show in his career forgot that he was 7 foot tall, 500 pounds. Because he did this a lot. You know what I mean? Like he did a lot of stuff that didn't, and he did a lot of shit that didn't fit his character. I mean, like the big baby Big Show and stuff, and like he cried a lot, and like you remember who like
he did cry a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, like it made for some moments that I fucking love going back to, like Big Baby New Year Big Show. But
Big Show crying is pretty sweet too.
If you're looking at it strictly number to number, fuck man, what they do to this guy?
Dude, this guy had $1 bajillion written all over him. I'm pretty sure he was Undertaker's bitch within his first 2 months of the company.
Yeah, just starting out too. Yeah, I mean, he looked like an idiot when he first debuted. He came in and let Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He made Steve Austin win.
He throws Austin into a cage and helps him win, dumbass.
What great, thank you, dude. Fuck. So at the end of this match, Taker hits the tombstone, puts Chavo in the casket. Taker wins. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Vicky's backstage talking to a TV though.
Yeah, Vicky is in a wheelchair, staring at the TV, talking. She's saying, you know, if you fuck up Triple H, pretty much. Oh no, sorry. If you fuck up Undertaker next week, then I'll give you a shot at the title at Survivor Series. And it's just a shot of Vicky. It's a shot of Vicky, and then it's a shot of Vicky with Kozlov's dick.
And then
it pans up to Kozlov. He said, "Oh, that looks like me."
The hurrah pop is just Brian Kendrick's hog from earlier. The Hurricane's not there anymore.
Just pops up in the center.
So yeah, we will have Kozlov versus Undertaker next week, and if I'm not mistaken, unless it's another Kozlov Undertaker match, it could be another one, but I'm pretty sure Kozlov beats Undertaker.
Yeah, I definitely remember him beating Undertaker at some point. And it would make sense for them to run that.
I don't know if it was this
Series.
one or not. I don't.
Yeah, so I was looking at Survivor Series, and then
what's the Survivor Series card?
So Big Show fought Taker in a casket match at Survivor Series. So the whole casket Looking at the casket thing was why they were setting up for this. That's why he was.
They just gave a casket match on TV and said you should pay for it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we had Triple H versus Kozlov versus Edge for the WWE Championship.
Oh my fucking god.
And Edge ends up winning that one.
I'm so glad
So
that I was
Kozlov
like,
does beat Taker then, yeah.
yeah, I'm glad I was like mowing lawns or doing homework or whatever during this year because fuck, I would have hated
Yeah, I was
this.
probably watching this shit. It sucked.
I'm glad that I was, I don't know, man, eating dinner or something. Just fucking not doing
And then
this.
John Cena defeated Jericho for the championship.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense because Cena was coming back, so.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well,
Cool.
that
That's all
was
you need to know.
SmackDown, October 31st, 2008, the Halloween episode.
Yes. Yes, would not recommend.